Testing, testing. Testing, testing, 1, 2, 3. Perfect, thank you. Give me just one moment. How's everyone's week? And how's everyone's weekend thus far? Welcome back, Damn Fam. It looks like we've got a whole lot of people here already. Welcome, Rev, Atlam, DM Crusader, Fox. Hope you all are doing well. I'm suffering from a bit of a sore throat today. And yeah, so I'm having trouble with continued prolonged loud speech, so I'm gonna do my best today. Came up with like a cough last night, like a seal cough. It's been really rough. Don't know where it came from, so we're gonna try and burn through the as much of the stream as we can as quick as possible, and hopefully get as a good, at least through our damn challenge before I lose my voice. So let's see here. Let's start with our itinerary for the day. I'm gonna bring the mic in close here. So for news, there was an announcement the other day that the devs posted across Discord and whatnot, and then I posted it across all our other social media. But it was basically an update around the things they're working on with Fun with Objects Part 2. So if you haven't seen that or aren't aware of it, we'll be kind of discussing that a little bit during that segment. Afterwards is the Damn Challenge segment, where we'll be showcasing entries from the Damn Challenge. And to clarify, yes, Fox, we will be showcasing your entry, even though it was late. Though it can't be qualified to win, unfortunately, due to that. Anyway, moving on. After the Damn Challenge, if my voice is holding up, we'll do Q&A. Afterwards will be an asset showcase, and finally a roofing showcase. I'm not sure how much of this we'll get through today, mainly because, like I said, my throat is just rough. I'm very glad to finally see your map, though, all done up, and I'm glad you got it in, even if it was a little late. Anyway, I again hope you are all having an amazing weekend, and I'm very happy to hang out with you all. Let's move over to the damn show, shall we? Oops. Well, that was a mistake. I thought I had up a different scene. One moment. Okay, so for our news segment today, I would love to showcase this announcement that was shared on our Steam, which has a whole bunch of descriptions and information and videos highlighting various new tools and features that'll be in the update. I will be further expanding upon these videos soon with more video content, further explaining, further demonstrating it, and some other things that'll be in the update. I also, as far as news, other news, I actually do want to let y'all know that for the first 10 days of July, I will be out of office. So I'm taking some time off. Just gonna relax, chill out for, a little over a week. Chawine chillax. Anyway, so July 1st through the 10th, I will be out of the office, which means during that time there will be no streams, and then also no damn challenge, no interviews, stuff like that. So our interview with Quentin will be the last interview of the month. Not this damn challenge, but the theme we picked today will be the last damn challenge of the month. That'll all be resolved before I take some time off. So, kind of line that all up really perfect. Now I just need to make sure I line up some interviews for after. Anyway, how's everyone's weekend so far? Hey, Chim, how are you? Random Ladybird, Swedish Cook, Anani. Got a few people who popped in while I was ranting there, sorry. So, as related to news, I would love to share this post with y'all. Hello, Landra, how are you? I'm going to share the link for that. Y'all can click on that and go check it out. Why is the... There we go. There's the Steam post. And then... Sorry, Steam was frozen for me, so I just had to refresh it. It does that a lot for me. I don't know if it's just because I have so much happening, or... Okay. Just gonna refresh. Yep, okay, everything's working. Steam is okay on your end? Good. And my TikTok has crashed. I just wonder if it was maybe Streamlabs. Everyone, I'm just refreshing all my streams. Stand by. I want to make sure I see everyone. Okay. Doing good, Lilandra. Yeah, the gang is all here. There's a whole lot of people here. So, I would encourage you to check this all out, but it has some kind of teasers around the asset picker tool, which I have urged them to call, the object picker, or maybe, anything instead of those two words combined. Object selector. I don't know. When you say it out loud a lot, it just starts sounding funky. Anyway, moving on, full 3D rotation, which, each of these things are highlighted in this post on our Steam. So you can check this all out there on your own time. Whole bunch of little teaser videos and other information. And I shared a link for that in our Twitch. Atlam, if you could share that, anywhere else relevant, that'd be great. On Steam itself, it's not really needed there because they can just go to our news section. And TikTok, we can't share it, unfortunately. Alrighty. So that's our news for today. There's quite a bit in there, so I encourage you to sit down when you have some time and check it out, because there's a whole lot of, like I said, little teasers, descriptions, and I'll be elaborating on those more over the next few weeks. Yeah, object identifier. I made a few suggestions to yeah, asset finder. asset locator, asset identifier, a lot of different things. Anyway. All right. You know, I mean, we do have kind of like a tooltip already, right? When you highlight the plus, it tells you the name. But being able to quickly identify the object in the menu at its exact spot and then copy it is great. So that's all the news. So the announcement of my upcoming vacation and that big, huge news drop on our Steam news page with videos, descriptions, and more. Appreciate it if you could check that out. We're going to move on to the damn challenge. And I want to try something different with this damn challenge. And it's nothing different about all the presentation of the maps. It's more about us picking a theme. I've noticed a trend the last few times we will get like 6 or 7 themes, and it really dilutes our votes around, you know, a couple of them. And it takes longer to get more of a unified vote around one. So what I think I'm going to do is just try this the next few, well, this next time, I guess. And then we'll do the break and we'll see how it goes afterwards. But my idea is I'm going to suggest 2 themes that I feel like would be not only a great addition to our community as a whole, but to the Steam Workshop. We tend to get these really amazing maps when we do these damn challenges, and we start filling up the maps or the workshop with these really cool maps with all sorts of themes, and it's done great for our community as a whole. Our community has access to a massive repository of maps, largely in part to the efforts of the Dam Challenge, the entries, the people who have submitted entries to the Dam Challenge. So, Jim, the new update will have a new little UI for the asset locator. It's like a little dropper up here, and there's a hotkey for it as well. It's like Alt. So after we've showcased the winning map, I'll announce the themes I've got as suggestions, and y'all can pick, vote on those 2, and we can get a defined winner out of the 2 and then go from there. I don't like taking y'all's agency from you, but I do want to make sure we get, a really good coalescence around at least a single theme. Hey, John, how are you? Welcome back. All right. So I just want to say congratulations to Lord Rev. I absolutely loved your map. Combination of the symmetry of it all and just how brutalistic it is. The, kind of hanging cells, the over the top protections, the cells hanging over, spike fetid water, and tons of battlements to protect this place, not to mention crazy security, arrow slits, steel doors, cages. Bridges that oh, see, I didn't even notice that. Didn't even notice you had fail safes on your bridges. See, you were ahead of me by a step. So let's take a look down here. Oop. Yep, there is dynamite. Look at this tricky guy. I think it's great. And not every prison is like all about being an impenetrable fortress, but also about, like, especially in a fantasy setting, it's like how imposing it is and like how hard it is to break out of. Like, everything's in the open here. How can you really do anything when there's like tons of guards that have a line on you with the ballista? You know what I mean? Like, open air cells that are just like a cot and a cage, that's pretty hellish. Your bathroom is just the holes in the cage, I imagine. You're just exposed to the elements. All right, let's kind of zoom back and take a look. Oh, hey, Artful Darkness, how are you doing today? Thank you for the hearts. I really appreciated the view from the front. I'm assuming this is the front. Yeah, thank you all for being so kind to Rev. Appreciate all the kind words and praise. It's a lovely map. So let's take a look-see in the inside. You don't need a whole lot in the way of facilities when, you know, their plumbing is just their cage. Though I imagine they probably have to feed them. Just a good berry per person per day. Just enough to survive. I like the plumbing you got set up here. Just the berry minimum. Yeah, I missed that opportunity. You really got it. Like, why would you give prisoners fresh produce and meat? Salted meats. That would be a privilege for the guards and the you know, what do they call them at a prison? Like the leader of the prison. Gosh, I can't remember their names. Like, it starts with a C. The warden. Nope, it was not a C. Warden. Yep. You are correct. Cat. I'm a kitty cat. And I dance, 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 and I dance, dance, dance. Those pipes lead up to those electric spikes in the bridge. Imagining why. Hey, that's cool. I wasn't sure if it was like plumbing or you know, it was a delivery system for messages, but yeah, it does kind of look like a conduit now that you say that, and I see the electricity here. Got a little hung up in that, so I wanted to make sure I backtracked. I've seen the Futurama episode. I know. For a jail cell. That's about the only nice thing here is the view story mode. You probably charge rent for the view while you're there. You don't have bathroom privileges other than... Don't get you started. Trust me. I'm gonna. No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, rent's up for everyone. I'm sure we're all struggling if we're renting. Because how else would our landlords be able to afford their mortgage? And their second mortgage. Alrighty. Most of the jail cells, if you look, they're like floating cells. I'm sure this is like a Badlands, you know, it's probably hot. Sun beating down on you all day with no cover. Very little protection from the beating sun all day. It'd be rough. So you can just drop them into the river below. Oh, got hiccups. Okay, so Rev, tell us, how long did this map take to build? Three hours, you timed yourself, nice. Hey, I noticed we got a follower a little bit ago here on Twitch. Keys, if you're still around, thank you for that follow. Much appreciated. 3 hours is not bad. Not bad at all, actually. You got some great symmetry going on, some interesting roofing. Oh, excuse me. Ah. 3 hours is impressive to get all this done. Jim's doing snaps like she's in a slam poetry session at a 90s coffee shop, or maybe a Jets fight, like a rumble with an old street gang. I love it. Yeah, TNT actually is cool, and all explosives, when you trigger them, they blow up objects near them and like just blow them up and destroy them. Want to see? Takes it with it, except for the other box of explosives for some reason. That's cool. Very neat interactable. Looks like it also takes out the guards of the door. Goodness. Quite a blast. Explosives are, thank goodness, right? Reading Dungeon Crawler Carl lately has got me thinking about how I should use explosives more in my D&D campaign. Gosh, my throat is killing me. Let's look at the top down, shall we? It's got a cool profile to it. So what's on the backside here that requires cannons aiming out into the abyss? You just wanted to use cannons. Fair enough. Really is no reason. Here, let's put a portal up. That's awesome, Keys. I'm glad to hear it. Welcome to the stream, and thank you for the follow. And I'm glad that we've been able to help you out with your campaign. Oh, excuse me. Let me get a sip of water. Hopefully that'll... But yeah, this map is splendid. It's good eye candy. You got multiple levels for your players to ascend through or escape from if they're trying to get out. Oh, no worries. So, like, streams are a big part of my work week, right? Obviously, I have some social media posts and some editing and script writing and interaction with other, you know, community members, streamers, YouTubers, etc. I also deal with support in our Discord and email and other things throughout the week. Oh my. But streams are like one of those things that I try not to miss. There's only 2 of them. So I feel like I'm missing a large chunk of my work week if I don't stream. So I typically will only call off the stream if I am extremely sick. Or like there's something, you know, some kind of tragedy happened. So, or like if something is preventing me, like my internet isn't working. There was a massive construction project adjacent to my home for like the last 3 years that they just finished. And while they were building this, it was like a couple blocks over. All the time, my internet would just slow down to a crawl or stop working. It was very inconsistent. A couple months ago, I had PC problems. My computer's motherboard was just slowly dying, and it killed like some RAM slots on its way out, and so I had less and less RAM to work with for each stream. Pretty much. If it's like a tech thing that I have no control over, or like a, you know, like a family emergency or a tragedy, or like if I'm deathly sick. But otherwise, I usually won't miss the stream. Even when I'm not feeling good, sometimes I'll just turn off the camera and stream without the camera. Like if I look like death. I don't know. I'm working fully remote, so I'm not going to get anyone sick, A. B, we only have 2 of these streams a week, and they're only, 2.5 hours, 3 hours. So I really want to be here and like be present for the community. By the way, Anani, for that spelling for soar, SOAR is like flying, like gliding, soaring. So SORE is like pain, like a sore throat. I know that that it's not like your first language there, so appreciate it. And I'm like, sorry if I'm like, if it seems like I'm tearing you apart or anything. I just wanted to make sure you knew. Honestly, though, like you guys and gals, many of you I know from are across the pond or other countries, and your English is amazing. You're typing and when you're on like stream as guests. I think of it as more like education than anything, Inani. It's if anything, like American English is really overly complex for no reason, because a lot of our spellings are different from other things, and sometimes we lack like a neutral gender and like identification for every word, like most other languages do. Often we borrow words from other languages. It's a very like difficult language to like fully grasp unless you talk to someone and spell it out a lot. So I hope being on the stream helps people like even learn a little bit of English. Years ago, I had a friend I met from Germany who would watch my streams and he would ask questions about words and learn, and he ended up learning how to speak English like really well just from the streams. I've heard of people watching like movies and TV shows and stuff to learn, but that also teaches you like a Hollywood, maybe an accent from that locality that they're filming around or trying to capture, or a vernacular, or some sort of, anyway, it's not always like how I would imagine someone should speak. All right, Rev. Congratulations, my friend. This map is tops. I will reach out to you sometime before Monday afternoon, hopefully. And once that's all sorted, I will be able to, reach out to you and send you your prize, the Hero Forge gift card, the $10 Hero Forge gift card for you being the winning map today. So congratulations. Well, usually after I pick the winner, I, get approval for expensing it. And going into this weekend, I wasn't sure if there'd be enough entries to actually like so like a rule of thumb, if there's 2 entries, I pick them both as winners. I don't want to pick one to be the winner and the other to be not the winner. So when there's at least only 1 entry or 2 entries, by default, usually those people just win. So going into yesterday, there wasn't, there was only 2 entries. I was a little worried. But I'm glad we got some more entries. And yeah, this is a wonderful prison. Doesn't have to be, huge or flashy. And I really like what you did with the cages. I think it's clever. Moving on. Sorry if I'm fumbling today. I'm just not myself. Let's move on to the next map. All right. And this one's by Ed West on Steam. Let me just double check who it is. I believe that's DM Crusaders. Is this DM Crusaders? Yes, it is. That's DM Crusader. Sorry, when the names don't match up, I always have to cross-reference just to double check. I need to get in the habit of making like a little spreadsheet that just has all of the names so I can keep track. So, here we have yet another prison. This one's a little bit different, though. And you have an exposed kind of open area where it's like a staging entry area, defendable position. As you head in, obviously multiple floors of this structure and inside. We'll get into that momentarily. Also underground structures. Very cool prison. I always enjoy a good desert prison, but then here you combined a cave prison. It's more like a dungeon vibe with the desert, which, you know, if you escape from a prison in a desert, like, you don't have many options for survival, right? Like, what you gonna do? You're gonna run away into the deep desert where you'll likely die within a couple of days? Your name is right on Discord. I see that, so we're good there. It's on Steam. It was a little bit different, so I was confused for a moment. That's all. No worries, though. You probably had your Steam one a long time, I imagine, huh? I like this kind of staging area with an open courtyard as well, so it's like the barracks can gear up, run out. Bunch of archers can look over the courtyard if something's happening, someone's being transferred in or out. Let's check out these base floors here. So this looks like stables, area for a wagon and some animals. The top floor, you have the hayloft, which that's very accurate. That's really cool. I like your little pulley system you got here. Very neat. Barracks on the base floor, right as you enter to each side. So they are ready to run to from. You've got the armory right below, so it's a defendable position. If all goes bad, they can just run right down. Excuse me. By the way, I'm going to reveal our themes for the next dam challenge. So we're going to try something a little bit different this time. I'm going to reveal 2 themes, and you all can pick from those 2 themes and vote on them. For the next 20 minutes, we'll vote on that, and Atlam will gather a tally for me, and the winning theme will be the one with the most votes by the end of that. Everyone gets 1 vote each, okay? So, our theme suggestions are Trap is suggestion theme 1, so theme 1, and Tavern is theme 2. So I would love for you to think on that for a moment. Think which one you'd rather have as our next dam challenge theme, Tavern or Trap. So just let us know your vote in chat by just saying which theme you want to pick. And then in 20 minutes from now, whatever has the most votes will be the one we go with. I really love this courtyard. That's really good. And we haven't even gotten into the prison yet. It just looks solid. Looks like these rocks cover up your top floor. Or is there not a floor above this? It's hard to tell. No, it doesn't look like it. So, for those that are new here or wondering what we're talking about, my name is Mac. I'm the community manager for Dungeon Alchemist. Dungeon Alchemist is a map making tool. It's available on Steam. We offer a demo so you can try it out before you buy if you want to see if it's right for you and your tabletop campaign. Dungeon Alchemist allows you to build maps that you can then export for your play style of choice. You have maps you can export for print, digital surfaces like TV tabletops, projector tabletops, alternatively, virtual tabletops or online services. So things like Roll20, Foundry, Fantasy Grounds, Above VTT, and many more. Now, moving on. The Dam Challenge is a bi-weekly map making contest we host in our streams and on our Discord. We pick a theme, then using that theme, our community members are given 2 weeks to build a map out using that theme as inspiration. So depending on what we get vote-wise, it'll be one of these two themes. They're given roughly 2 weeks to build a map and then submit that map to our Discord, where we have a channel dedicated solely to this contest called the Dam Challenge channel. We call it the Dam Challenge because when you save a map in Dungeon Alchemist, it saves as our proprietary map format, which is .dam, so kind of like a JPEG or an MP4. When you save a map with Dungeon Alchemist, it's a .dam, which stands for Dungeon Alchemist Map. We lean into that a little bit. You know, we have Dam streams, Dam shows. Anyway, just having fun with it. Now, that said, the Dam Challenge is a bi-weekly map-making contest, so we host 2 of them a month. Though, with exception, this next Dam Challenge will be the last one of this month, and it'll be we'll be taking a break for a week or 2 after that one because I'm going to be on vacation. So, moving on. Current theme is prison. That's why we're highlighting and showcasing maps that are all prisons. You can make far more than prisons with Dungeon Alchemist, but this is just a great example of how diverse you can build and style your prisons if you so choose. I think you did a good job, DM Crusader. I see what you were trying to do. Have the rooftop with the stonework, and then everything else is, yeah. No, it looks good. And if you leave it all up and walk in with like first person, it'll likely be present. Hey, puppy. We found the bathrooms. Speaking of a doggo, Yeah. You okay? Are you freezing? Are you chilly? You're a little chilly dog? Chili con queso? Come here. He just had a bath, so he's drying off. So we get a little doggo time while we're taking a short rest in the hall of the prison. You find ye flask. Who's a good boy? That's a good boy. Okay. You're definitely a chilly dog. There's a little shivers me timbers. Good boy, though. He smelled good, too. Was he a good boy? Good. Good, good. So rage a lot. I mean, practice is one way to always get better at something, right? The more you make maps, the more you look at other people's work as inspiration or for inspiration and learn from it, the more you can grow as a cartographer and map maker. Hey, Svenster, how you doing? Yeah, everyone here is always so willing to help each other, like grow as map makers. So if you're not feeling confident in your work, you can always drop into our Discord and ask questions. These streams are a great place to learn and ask questions as well. That's what I'm here for, is to help you learn and understand the best ways to utilize the tool. This is actually a really nice shot. Like, looks like something straight out of like a video game. Yeah. All right, go with Mom. I can see you miring her, wishing she was just hanging out with you only. Bye. Thank you for bringing him to say hi. Oh. Alrighty. That said, I know a lot of people, kind of get worried that there's all these other people whose maps are crazy and mine won't shine and blah, blah, blah. I understand the concerns a lot of people have when they enter these kind of contests. Remember, it's not really a contest against other people. It's more to just challenge yourself. Put yourself out there. Try something new. Challenge your limits with map making and, weaving a story in the map. At the end of the day, I just encourage people to try and just push yourself to new limits. These cells are barren. They look great. They get a little slop shoved through the door twice a day. You know what? Isn't that the breaks, Rage? Like it that's typical party behavior. You put all this time into a map and then they never end up there. Or like they just blast through it, speed through it. I'm sure most people in here, as many of the people watching are DMs, GMs, have experienced something similar. Just funny to me that, that's like so typical. So Sir Rage a Lot on Twitch says, yeah, I'm in the Discord and I practice as much as I can, but the thing is, when I make complex map to use in my D&D game, my players always seem to find a way to avoid it. Like, that's like, I feel that in my bones. I mean, if anything, you can just put that map in your repository of maps that you can maybe cycle to for a later story or a later encounter. You know what I mean? That said, I do understand the pain, both as a DM and a player. I've experienced it from both ends where, like, we clearly skipped past something. It's very, very cool. I got lost. I'm going to have to go back out and do this so I can actually see where I'm going. Okay, that's where I just was. Okay. We'd explored most of this first section, but we're going to drop in, down, and see down here, which is, I'm assuming, the place you don't want to be. We did see a room like this a bit ago. Ah, this is the torture chamber. And of course, the death pit. It is very true. Atlam likes to speak profoundly. That, or, you know, if you have a laser, i.e. a magic item that can lure them towards your goal. Maybe there needs to be a rumor of an item they're looking for in a map that you already made conveniently. We won't call it railroading, we'll call it laser lighting. I mean, it works. The red dot is a lie. Honestly, though, like, there's got to be a player in your group who's always angling for something magical, specifically something they want, and you end up adding it to your loot tables just to appease them at some point, right? But maybe there's an item they need, a MacGuffin, or something that they specifically want as part of their build that you could squirrel away in one of your maps that hasn't been used. Hey, Joe, how you doing? Welcome back. Lovely, lovely map, DM Crusader. How long did you spend on this build, my friend? What's our tally at right now, Atlam? And by the way, we have a little over 5 minutes left to vote. Any channel can vote if you want to just help make a suggestion towards our next map making challenge, the Dam Challenge. We're picking between two themes. We're voting on one. You know, you can vote on one or the other. It's trap or tavern are the themes. About 8 hours. You did a lot of LOLs, lots of learning. But not in a funny way. You know what? You're a pro now, though. 5 votes for trap, 2 for tavern. Dang. It's a beautiful build, my friend. I really, really love what you did with it. Fantastic work. Yeah, the underground nature of it's great. How you essentially squirreled away the whole prison underground, which makes it like a whole thing to get out of. I mean, prisons like this have got to be extremely difficult to escape from because they just lock the areas above, even if there was some kind of breakout or a riot. Not to mention if things are magically enchanted. You don't need to worry about, like, you know, filling the lanterns if you have perpetual flames, and you could have enchanted doors with arcane locks and all sorts of stuff to really make this place like a prison that's hard to escape from. I was happy with I think it looks great, all things considered. I bet I made your day when I said it looked great. Look at this pulley system we whipped together for the hayloft up here. I think it looks wonderful. We do have like crane arms and stuff. I don't know if you'd considered one of those. Ooh, crone. Crane. So there's 2 different cranes, and then you can... They're kind of large, right? But if you disable collisions, you're going to shrink this bad boy down. Just an alternate suggestion, and the cranes can link into these platforms as well, just like that rope does. Didn't seem to fit. No worries. Yeah, they get kind of big. They're kind of bulky. We need a more simplified crane, right? One other thing we do have is the... what is it called? The Shadoof. It's like a more primitive one. But it's got that bucket on the end. Need some pulleys. Yeah, we do need some pulleys. I think we have a whole bunch of like engineering crafts and pulleys and stuff like that in the next one. Like functioning animated machine, who's a what's-its. You can make your everlasting gobstopper machines and whatever you want. Yeah, I mean, the rope connections are a little bit independent for how, you know, rope physics and also how the pulley system works. Like, if you notice, you can drag this, and it's like... Here. What do we got here? Interesting. I see what you did. So you could connect this directly up. Usually you're supposed to be able to connect it to this point. Looks like it connected above to the rope above. I see what you did there. Got it. That looks pretty cool though. It's not bad. Looks really clean. Still, doesn't need to be perfect. It's good enough. Looks great. Great way to explain how to get the hay up there. You got these big barn dominium doors. We got 2 minutes left. Make your votes count. Vote trap or tavern for our next damn challenge. See, I like this. This is suspenseful. We've got 9 votes, 5 for trap, 4 for tavern, and just under 2 minutes left to vote. So, oh no, we got a tie, Asmodeus. You devious cartographer. Since we have a tie, I will extend the vote for the next 5 minutes, okay? Should we just do a tiebreaker? The next vote settles it, or should we extend it for 5 minutes? No, we don't need another vote. You know what? I'm going to executive decide here. We're going to, the next vote will settle the tie. Trap. Oh, there we go. Trap won by a hair. Just before the end of the time limit. Woo, that was suspenseful. See, I think that was fun. Like, don't get me wrong, I love giving everyone a voice and having you, make your suggestions, but it also dilutes our vote when we have like this interesting last second vote that gets all crazy. Or there could be like a huge slant towards one or the other, so it's like, we don't want that theme at all. It's very obvious. Anyway. Thank you, Artful Darkness, for breaking the tie. Oh no, Joey. You're a little late, my friend. You're a little late. I'm sorry. Though I appreciate you, sharing your suggestion. There might be a little delay on YouTube. That's a bummer. Yeah, we wrapped up about a minute ago on the voting. I'm so sorry. Tavern did pretty good, though. It was a close vote. So there's not going to be a damn challenge after this one for like 2 weeks. It'll be a break for the damn challenge for after this theme ends. So not the prison theme, but the one that just won, Trap. After Trap is showcased, there won't be a damn challenge for 2 weeks. So basically so this next damn challenge you have between now and the 26th end of day in your time zone. So by 11:59 p.m. or 23:59 p.m. in your time zone, you have until then to submit your map. If you submit it into the next day, i.e. Friday, then it's too late for consideration. I'll still share it on the stream, but I can't consider it for judging. Now that said, afterward, this next damn challenge, which is on the 27th stream, we will be taking a break. When we get back from that break, we will be hanging out, probably do a new damn challenge theme on that first stream back, which will be the 11th. So we'll pick a new theme, hang out that stream. It'll be a little bit different vibe that day. Oh no, I'm sorry, Joey. That said, though, we did run the votes for about 20 minutes, so I did try to give everyone a lot of time to enter. I apologize, though, if you just joined the stream. I'm sorry about that, my friend. Okay, so this next map here, this one was Stacy Rico's map. So first off, let's look at it as the whole thing. We've got a bunch of floating prison like cells or towers, I guess you could call them. There is a great use of the breakwater wave foam assets from the workshop to get this lovely like kind of breakwater vibe against the rocks. There's nothing more. I mean, the desert, cave, desert, stuff like that. The sky prisons, a sky prison on an island over a very deadly, like sea against with crashing waves against sharp rocks and likely, sea creatures galore. Also very inhospitable and hard to escape. Though I do notice there's a boat here, so maybe it could be possible. Who knows? Oh, for sure. Enchanting this place, though, it could have been a job to get it to this point. Do you think they just maintain the prison themselves all the time? Though I'm open to that thought. I just wanted to, clarify. I'd imagine like once all these teleportation circles are set up and these are like, these buildings are set up, then this would just be kind of, I mean, sure, they could run it, but it likely is ran by, yeah, no, you get what I'm saying. You're new to DA? Nice, nice. Well, welcome to the damned fam, as we like to say. I hope you're enjoying the stream. If you have any questions related to Dungeon Alchemist, let me know. My name is Mac. I'm the community manager for Dungeon Alchemist. So I'm here to, as we are showcasing maps from our community today, but I'm also here to provide real-time support and guidance, answer questions, point you in the right direction. And I mean, even if you get out of your cell, you're going to be like falling hundreds of feet to get down. You'd have to go from place to place. So I imagine like, okay, let's say you have Featherfall as a prepared spell. You still need either a focus, right? Like some kind of wand or an arcane crystal or something. And if you're a wizard, you need a spell book to cast Featherfall. But I'd imagine you could probably attract a bird to your window, get feathers from the bird. Fantastic. Glad to hear it. Thank you for the sub, my friend. So, we stream twice a week, every Monday and every Saturday. We stream for about 2.5 hours each time, though the times are different. On Saturday, which today's stream, we start at 12 p.m. Pacific. That's 3 p.m. Eastern, or roughly 7 p.m. UTC. If I didn't mention your time zone, I'm hoping you can extrapolate from there. That said, we also stream on Monday, which is called Mapmaker Monday, and that's at 9 a.m. Pacific, 12 p.m. Eastern, or 4 p.m. UTC. Thank you, Atlam, for sharing that. So we have 2 streams each week. One is one where I build maps on Monday, showcase how to build a map, answer questions in real time, provide guidance to, essentially a real live tutorial, like a course or a class. The stream today, The Damn Show, is a sort of a variety show with varying segments. Alternating Saturdays is a segment we have called the Damn Challenge. Our current Damn Challenge was prison, and you walked in just as we were wrapping up voting for our next Damn Challenge. So you kind of getting caught up here. Alternating Saturdays, we have a guest. So next Saturday, for this upcoming Saturday, the 20th, we will have one of our dev team on the stream. Quentin will be visiting, and he will be answering questions, showcasing some teasers, and just generally being an awesome dude. Other times we'll have guests from other communities or our own community map makers, other, professional DMs, content creators, all sorts of different people have been on our stream over the last year since we've started doing these segments. It's been quite a blast. And I'm excited for the next year of them. It's going to be great. Let's take a closer look at this map, though, because I keep getting distracted. I love these little teleportation rings. Stray cats. I like the tally marks. Nice little addition. Imagine being able to see the teleportation circle all day, but you can't access it, and your only light is just like a single, like a torch or two in the room in the center. Oh, you got a bucket and some straw and a pillow. No blanket. That's pretty rough conditions, actually. I like the square centered area with all the cells around the outside. Around the outside, around the outside. So you get quite a few cells per level. 16 total beds. So 32 per tower. Dang. Isn't it awesome? Welcome to the stream, my friend. How you doing today? Let me see. I'm going to try and pronounce your name, and I hope I don't butcher it. Ocho Trey? Is that what it is? I'm hoping it's two different words. Yep, you can call me Ocho. Fantastic. I will. That reminds me of dodgeball. Welcome to the stream, Ocho. My name is Mac. I'm the community manager for Dungeon Alchemist. Today we're showcasing some prison-themed maps that our community members made and shared as part of our bi-weekly map-making contest called the Dam Challenge. So the current theme was prison. And we had 5 different entries for this Dam Challenge. All of them very unique and interesting. This one here, bit of a sky prison with various levels, and then teleportation rings. So this could be, set up and exported as each individual layer as either prints or digital files that can then be used on like a TV tabletop or a projector tabletop, or they can be printed as individual, levels if you do printed maps. Alternatively, virtual tabletops, which is the main, I would say the main usage in our community. A lot of people export their maps for use with Foundry, Fantasy Grounds, Roll20, Above VTT, Owlbear, and many more. Yep, Joey, you got it. You're starting in the map-making world and love your app? Nice. We got a lot of first-time viewers today that are just just got their hands on Dungeon Alchemist. So welcome. And if you have any questions, you've tuned into the right stream. This is our official Dungeon Alchemist channel. We love to provide real-time support and provide you guidance in your map-making journey. Because I know it can be a little overwhelming if you're new to it. Though we did design the tool to be easy to use and scale. Like you can grow with it and learn a lot. But these streams are a great resource. If you can tune into them, you can learn quite a bit in a short amount of time. Oh, yeah. We're constantly updating the app. We actually just made a huge announcement the other day about some upcoming things we've been working on that'll be in our next update. Rotating objects on any axis, selecting groups of objects and moving them as a group, or keeping them grouped, copying and pasting the group. We're adding a new room type, which looks like a hand-drawn room. So if you want a more traditional style than this 3D aesthetic, it gives a more like simplistic style. So a whole bunch of new stuff coming out in that update. That should be available, the update, before the end of the summer, at least, is the plan, hopefully. Though that is subject to change. I love this little garden back here. This is dope. Oh, no worries, Ocho. It was nice meeting you. Thank you for being here. Yep, little pumpkin patch. I guess these are potatoes, actually. Oh, there's pumpkins here. That's the little pumpkin patch. Looks great. Just seeing if there's any underground facilities. I don't know. It doesn't look like, if there is a place for the wizard, like to privately rest and relax, it doesn't seem like there is one. Generally seems like there's like barracks. These are probably just for the soldiers. Though I could imagine it keeps their costs down on the like prisoners having a little garden. Bricks, I see your name and it reminds me of that recent controversy with that Lego store. Y'all have been hearing about that? Bricks and minifigs. I think this is a beautiful map. Oh, no. I kind of figured from your name, Bricks, it was a lean into your love for Legos. So what started is what, you know, it was hard to truly get all the information and follow. It seemed like, you know, maybe it was someone just trying to put together one of those gotcha video campaigns. But the more you read into it, there is a pattern of like corruption and like deception and like, I don't know, there's a whole bunch of working parts here, but part of it is due in part to like the police in northern Utah being complicit with some of the business owners there and like making it harder for the people to serve papers properly and like harassing them and, you know, pulling them over for charges that they didn't do. It's a crazy story that the more you read into it, it is so insane. Though I do know that more and more creators have gotten in on it, and some of them don't tend to give an opinion on these things until they've done a lot of research. And several of them have already started to kind of tear the bricks and minifigs story apart. So basically, there is this dude who is named Brian who was trying to sell his dad's Lego collection. It was like 20, 30 years of Legos, of largely Star Wars Legos that he was trying to sell. And his dad needed to part with them because he was in the hospital. He was sick, they needed extra money to help pay the bills around the house. And so his son heard about these stores that do consignment for Lego. And he reached out to this local store, started talking to them, and he took a bunch of pictures and video and documented everything, has a whole bunch of documents of all of the things he took in, and they labeled them all with a special yellow sticker to identify they were his because it was so much. It was like 80% of their store's inventory was this dude's collection being sold there, okay? Anyway, the people who own the store are a couple, or not, they don't own the store, they franchise it. And they start advertising all these Legos on their social media. And then basically they had, prior to this point, said to corporate they were interested in selling their store, and their corporate, linkage is as not an owner, but the franchisee, they'll help them sell it to an interested franchisee. So they put them in touch with someone who was interested in buying it. And it all happened really quickly. And basically, corporate sent the franchisee in to the place without warning and just kicked them out. And they basically had to leave with whatever they had on them and didn't have access to like any of the records on site unless they were digital, stored somewhere remotely. So like they kicked them out of the store, and they said they would honor all their existing consignments because there's video of them discussing this at length, and you could see the inventory in the store. And then all of a sudden things kind of get dicey. Like the inventory goes missing. The people say they won't honor the consignment anymore, which means at that point they should just give the Legos back to them because they're not theirs, right? They're somebody else's. It seems pretty cut and dry when you look at it. Like these people, this store should give these Legos back to these people, should honor the original agreement that they took over. Yeah, there's so much evidence to prove that like they basically have been hiding these Legos, lying to the police, lying to the media, concealing, the facts and being deceitful, all the while getting the local police to bully anyone investigating it, trying to serve papers and like making it way worse than it is. And now there's likely going to be a huge suit against the American Fork Police Department. Oh my goodness. It's insane because someone there, I think, like a good person in the police department, leaked a whole bunch of body cam footage showing that the police and Bricks and Minifigs were lying about a lot of things. And it showed that Reckless Ben, the guy that was investigating this, was telling the truth. It is insane. It's been all over social media for the last few weeks. I've been following it since it started developing, like about 2 months ago. Oof. What's up, Ninja? Let's open this next map. This one's from Lalandra. And this last one was Stacy Rico. Thanks again, Stacy, for such a lovely map. What you been up to, Ninja? What's new with you, brother? Howdy, howdy, howdy. I mean, all that information, all that footage, the police chief lied about it, and then it was leaked showing the exact opposite. He said that none of these things happened, and then they show the exact opposite. It doesn't instill a lot of confidence from the locals. They've been actually at city council meetings raging at the council members, raging at the mayor. It's blown up. And now it's mostly about the police corruption in that area. That's like kind of a whole other story that's developed from it. Honestly, at first I was really reluctant about the story, didn't really want to talk about it, but now there's just overwhelming evidence already that just like YouTube sleuthers can figure out. So if this thing goes to court, it's gonna, yeah. Nice, Ninja, nice. Is it like a physical thing or a piece of software? We got some underground levels. So let's extend this up and see the whole top. So you got a sort of towered fortress, right? Where you can see out for miles in all directions. Excuse me. Anyway, I mainly just feel bad for Ben because he was trying to like help his family and get money in the, you know, into his mom's pocket, his dad's pocket, so they can afford all these medical bills, pay the bills. And now their Lego collection has gone missing. It's like corporate says it doesn't exist. Corporate says we don't have to honor this deal. The people who were honoring it got boxed out and no longer allowed in the store. It almost seems like corporate planned a heist and just took it all, hid it, and has slowly, you know, I don't know where it went. Oh, interesting. So you've made kind of like a digital cyber deck that like it's like a widget with a bunch of practical uses in it. Man, I hate that, like, I loved widgets in Windows like 7, and I hate that like they went away, well, they stopped using them as much. I thought they were fun. I think a very functional dashboard or like a cyber deck that is in a digital space is smart. That's cool. That's really cool. Embedded media player. That's neat. Is it like a streaming media player, or does it pull from local files, or both? It's pretty cool though, Ninja. That's neat. I really like this exterior here. Very imposing. It doesn't look like, you know, anyone's really supposed to get in or out unless they're going to prison. Let's go through the tower, just kind of check out one of them and as a cross or like as it goes down. This is also a tower, so it's like this whole edge is like a defendable position with crenulations. They can peek over the edge. Oh, nice, Joey. Very cool. They do prevent it? I thought they have embeds. Like what? How does like multi-Twitch work or whatever, where it shows multiple streams on a single channel? Like, aren't there third-party websites where you can look at like 5 to like just type in all the URLs and it shows them all? I swear Twitch has embedding. Or did they do away with it? It's been a while since I've done that. I literally could have just missed the memo. I do think that Lego might get involved with this whole situation because basically one of the largest like resellers of Lego in the US is like getting into all this controversy and they like to protect their brand. They are like very protective of their brand. Not 100% certain, but I'm wondering if they might like tell them they're not allowed to sell in that capacity anymore, revoke their licensing or something. Whatever agreement they have. I'm assuming they're just reselling without a license, but they may just say that, you know, we don't authorize it anymore. Lego, there's a few companies you don't want to mess with their brand, and that's one of them. Lego's always been very litigious when it comes to protecting their brand. Disney is another. See, I was wondering if they had some kind of agreement with them, but I also kind of just assumed that it was mostly a reseller / they would just buy sets and have a place where it was like, this is a localized place for all things Lego, kind of like a Lego store. Yeah, Nintendo is another one. Whew, Nintendo does not mess around at all. Oh, I've heard that, like, I read an update on the Pow World like suit, and apparently it's not going well for them, like, at all. By the time it's done, it's probably going to be like anyone can have a Pocket Monster type game. I love this level, the barracks. Interesting. basically. Not a department, a building. Yeah, I'd imagine so. Man, you don't mess with the mouse. I heard that, like, a county in Florida was suing Disney over, like, the rights to land that they owned or something, and Disney's like, no. No. Like, they just outright dropped the case last I heard. It was just done. Really? Dang. I love the barracks. I think they're really well done. Armory and barracks are always great to have. In a prison, right? Okay, let's go down and see what the cells are like. Oof. Well, we've got a torture chamber, as I can see here. Put you on the stretcher thing, or the Iron Maiden, or the cross thing. Ugh. It's very organized for torture in here. Yes, it really does put the dungeon in Dungeon Alchemist. Whenever somebody posts something like that, I always laugh. Someone, at least like once every couple of months, we'll get someone posting somewhere saying, it's weird how you can't really build dungeons in Dungeon Alchemist. I'm like, what are you talking about? Nathan Fillion meme. Oh my gosh, Jack. Run to the hills. I think some people like maybe play with the demo, and you can't build a dungeon in the demo that easily because it's very limited to like one biome, one room type, and a handful of assets. Or maybe people don't see it just say like dungeon here. Does that make sense? So like there's a room type quite literally named dungeon just because it's not its own subsection. I do think a lot of people look here and they just assume we don't have a dungeon type, but there's several dungeon sub-room types within that essentially get you what you need. I like it. I like it, USMC Ninja. Oh, here we go. Put them over the pit of lava. Just burn them to death. I'm sure this floor smells wonderful. It's probably the worst. Goodness. It's a dungeon and a torture area, not a lush store. Are you expecting a pedicure? Yeah, this is great. Hey, is this a secret entrance you're going for? Like a tunnel here. Or is this something above the up? Yep, there's a mining entrance. I can see it now. Looks like someone's tunneling in. That's so cool. I love it. Few hours in the Iron Maiden to tenderize them before you throw them in the barbecue cell. This is a goblin's like perfect prison. Yeah, Lilandra, you did a good job on it. I think this is brilliant. Great for prison breaks or for breaking in and getting someone out, right? I like this concept here. For some reason, I missed this on my first pass. Right? So you can marinate it properly. Right, Rev? Oh my gosh, I am shaking because tomorrow's D&D day. Very excited. Got a session tomorrow. Oh yeah, let me update the theme on the stream stuffs. The marquee. Yep, there will be story time on Monday. We've been pushing towards what feels like the apex of the arc of our story. And I feel like it's probably going to happen this session or maybe next. It's hard to gauge how far we have left in this area. But it's very possible tomorrow someone may die or the party could die. Or like something crazy epic could happen. Hey, see you later, Joey. You're welcome back anytime. Hey, make sure you hit the follow button here on Twitch, too, before you leave. Of course it's TNG. We have a person in our party who just, like, throws himself at everything. He's just like a meat shield. He loves triggering traps. He loves running at bosses headlong. Int was his dump stat, so he really leans into that with his character and how they act around things. Like one time we were in a room full of lava. All around us is lava, right? And I say to him, because my character has got +5 int, and I'm like, Kevin, you may not want to touch that. It's really, really hot. And not the spicy kind of hot. It's the burning kind of hot. And he just was like, has to test for himself to make sure what I'm saying is true. And he just goes and leans for it to touch it. This triggered an encounter with like a lava elemental we had to kill. That same session, later on, he ran into a chamber several hundred feet below ahead of the group when he saw a bad guy. The bad guy was basically, well, it's like a beholder, but it was like a mini beholder. It was called a dream holder. And he was in there by himself with it. And it launched him through a wall. Just phased him through a wall. Not broke the wall, like through the rock. And he was separated from the party. Our party was all spread out across this tunnelway. Like, he was in the front, someone was about 40 feet behind him, someone was about 20 feet behind them. I was falling behind because I'm a halfling with limited movement compared to the rest of the party. Guess where this dude pops out in a pile of lava? He landed like 20 feet from me, and I was like maybe 200 feet behind him before this happened. Like, he's landing in the lava, looking at me with a thumbs up Terminator style, because he's like, dude, I'm done. And I luckily had a vortex warp scroll on me. So I vortex warped him out of the lava, and he's just next to me covered in molten slag. And I force feed a potion into him because he'd already, yeah, it was. He basically, he's very reckless, and it's funny. It makes a lot of interesting moments, and more often than not, he's the one getting the crap beat out of him instead of someone else. But a lot of time and resources are put into keeping him alive. I often wonder if he's trying to kill his character so he can re-roll a new one. If he is, he hasn't told anyone. But anyway, his character is great. It's funny. It honestly makes me laugh constantly, the stupid stuff he does. Now that we have a rod of resurrection, now that we have a rod of resurrection, I'm not too stressed. Up to this point, we have Revivify, but we have a limited amount of diamond dust. And like, Revivify doesn't work for like every situation. You got a limited timer on it. We also have Gentle Repose. I have some scrolls of Gentle Repose prepped just in case the worst happens, so I can put a party member on ice till we have time to resurrect them. We've used Gentle Repose before to put bad guys on ice, like after we defeat them, so we could, like that Dream Holder, we sold the body for like 20,000 gold. Anyway, I think this tunnel's brilliant. So there's someone trying to break them out, is the vibe I'm getting here, right? So there's a crew trying to break someone out of this prison. Or break everyone out. It might be like a whole rebel group trapped in here. Love it, Lilandra. You really killed it with this. A lovely build. How long did it take you to make this map? Excuse me. Heard some yelling. I thought it was someone in my house. My neighbors, they're like an elderly, like a retired couple, right? They are, I think, in their late 60s or maybe in their 70s. He's like a retired postman. Nice couple, really nice. They kind of keep to themselves, and they're really chill. Like, I only talk to him maybe twice a year, and it's usually like, hey, he'll be like, your plant's going over my fence a little bit. Do you mind if I trim it? I'm like, yeah, no worries. You know, or do you want me to trim it? I'll trim it, you know, because we kind of share a fence line, and I have a hedge that kind of leans over his side sometimes. And anyway, he's got his grandkids over right now, and I can hear them screaming. They're out in the pool because he's got a pool. So for the next week or so, we're going to be hearing them daily, just screaming. It's usually a very quiet house, very quiet yard, quiet people. And then all of a sudden, for like 1 week a year, it's mayhem. I don't mind at all. It makes me laugh, if anything. About 7 hours, Lilandra. I think you did great work. Lovely build. Love the idea, the concept, and the cells are just really cool. Fantastic build. Let's head on to our final entry, and I've seen this one before because I dropped in on Fox while they were making this on their stream a little bit. I didn't realize it at the time. It was going to be a damn challenge entry, but excited to share it with y'all. Fox is, if I recall, based in France. So there was a bit of a language barrier when we were talking, but it was great to catch their stream and kind of see what they made here. So you've got this desert surface, right? A desert biome seemed to be a recurring biome for several of the prisons, which I think is probably a good idea. Deserts or like island prisons are probably going to be your most like hospitable, hard to escape from. This one, if I recall, you said it's meant to be a secret prison, so it's more like not very known that it's a prison. By the way, I want to, while we're here today, I just want to, and I'm not to make an example of you, Fox. This is for everyone watching. When you are putting your maps on the workshop, give your map a name that doesn't say Dam Challenge in it or the theme of the Dam Challenge. That's the name of your map. The description of the map, right? When you describe the map when you're uploading it, that's where you put Dam Challenge, theme, prison, like you did. That's a perfect example. Now, in your case, your map is actually called The Dam Hole, so it works out perfectly. That was more just an example because if you see here, we got two of them that say Dam Challenge Prison. That information should be in the description, not in the title. Of course, if it's named just prison, that's fine. But give your prison a name. Let's give it a personality or something, you know? The Spike Pit, something like that. What? Oh, Daggerfall Prison. That's what it's called. There we go. But yeah, if y'all could do me a favor, because we're starting to get a lot of titles with Dam Challenge in the title, and that information should be in the description only. Yeah, no worries, no worries. I'm not mad about it. In fact, I should have said something a long time ago if it was a problem. I'm just noticing that probably would make it easier for anyone else at a glance too. Y'all did great. Like, I like this. You got the name, the theme, you got the Dam Challenge, the name of it. You did great. That's perfect. Exactly kind of like Fox did. Pretty much that works. The name having Dam in it was just a coincidence to what I was getting my point across to. Oh, no worries. Y'all don't need to change your titles or anything by any means. It was more just like so everyone knows in the future that the title is where you name your map. So if it was like, hey, this is Unescapable Prison, whereas the description is where you put the Dam Challenge Prison, maybe even name the map again, maybe put your name in there so people could search your name and find it. You got the description of the map, obviously. And then if you shout out any creators who may have helped you in your map making, whether it was with their assets or inspiration, you know what I mean? We like to shout out people who help each other. Typically, when you're using other people's assets, a lot of people in our community do that. It's not necessary, but it's nice. Hey, Bricks, we'll see you later. Hey, Red Dead Lego Mox? Nice. That sounds cool. Good luck with that, man. This map is crazy. Cocopelli? First person's cool. I will drop a token and we'll inspect. Whoa. Gotta crawl under. Can't do that, though. I think it's the stone right here is blocking it. Gotcha. Because it collapsed, right? Or didn't you say this place is partially abandoned? Ah, can't make it. Hoping to get up on that ledge. How you doing, Wardian? Welcome back. Wouldn't you say something like, get out of my house? I'll see your name on it. Gilbert, wake up! They'll let anyone have a damn stream on Saturdays. Yep. Yep. What's new with you, Bane? How you been, brother? This looks really good. You did a great job on this map. Really turned out well. I only saw it like when you'd only had a little bit of this shaping and stuff done. Looks really, really good. Oh man, I'm sorry to hear that, Bane. Yeah, you did a great job on this, Fox. Who needs sleep? Well, you're never gonna get it. Who needs sleep? Tell me what's that for? Who needs sleep? Be happy with what you're getting. There's a guy that's been awake since the Second World War. Hey, Swatgy. How you doing? Welcome back. You know, that's one way to look at it. You know, when a spider is in my home, I burn it down and move to another one. So it's really practical. I get it. Too many bodies, too much clutter, too much trash in a goblin's den. It's just time to move on. Sometimes it goes beyond being a den and starts becoming a murder scene, and it really just is too much collateral. I was saying from the perspective of a goblin, obviously. Oh, I did find that. Okay. Looks like we've explored most of it. Just want to make sure there's no areas I missed. This is very cool, though. You did a great job on this. Oh no, what did they do, Swatgy? No, thank you. I'm glad you got your map submitted. And by the way, like I said, just make sure you get it in before the deadline. But as long as it's shared, I'll always showcase it on the stream. The deadline is just to help me get some time to judge all the maps. You know what I mean? I think you did a great job. Good underground build. Abandoned like a, you know, an old prison, collapsed prison. Looks cool. And I believe that is all our Dam Challenge maps. Thank you to everyone that contributed, blah, blah, blah. There, my tongue twister there. Contributed to the Prison Dam Challenge and all of you that hung out and watched as we showcased the maps. Our next Dam Challenge is Trap. So using Trap as inspiration, make a map of any shape or size and submit it before the deadline, which is Friday the 26th of June before the end of day. So 11:59 p.m. or I guess 23:59 if you're on a 24-hour clock. So as long as you submit before the end of day, your map is qualified and for entry in the Dam Challenge. The Dam Challenge is a bi-weekly map making contest that we host here on our streams and in our Discord. That is actually where you submit the map when you're done, is you submit it to our Discord in our Dam Challenge channel. Entries that are submitted there's some rules at the top of the channel you need to adhere to when you submit. So make sure you check out those rules. It's a pinned message, so you just got to check the pins. You should be able to see it. I think there's like 4 rules. It's just got to submit before the deadline. You got to make sure, you know, your map is uploaded to the workshop and titled and has Dam Challenge and the theme in the description so I can find it easier if for some reason it isn't showing up. The workshop on occasion can get a little finicky. I also ask people to submit the Dam file or the map file in Discord as well as a backup. That way, if the workshop isn't working that morning or I wasn't able to download it from the workshop, I can at least download the map file directly in Discord. So if you're interested in participating, remember, if you enter your map before the deadline and it's the winning map, you get a $10 Hero Forge gift card as your prize. Your map is the first map featured on our stream during the Dam Challenge segment. And your map is highlighted in our weekly newsletter, the Cartomancer Chronicles. Did the Cartomancer Chronicles bug out for anyone else where it showed like random repeating text? Our devs version was showing that, and I didn't know what was going on. I didn't hear anyone else complain about it, at least since I've shared it, so I didn't know if there was anyone else having a problem. I thought it was maybe their build. Anyway. So the Cartomancer Chronicles is our weekly newsletter. I highlight upcoming events, tips and tricks, maps and assets on the workshop. When you click on these, you can actually go right to them and check them out, download them, add them to your collection so you could put them in maps at will. These are asset cantrips. All right. Thank you, everyone, for hanging out for this segment. You know, we're just about to hit the 2-hour mark, and I think I'm going to wrap up about a half hour early because my throat keeps itching. It's getting drier, and I just need to cough, it feels like, and I've been fighting it. So we highlighted all the maps in the Dam Challenge. Yeah, I'm considering some honey and tea or something. Just not talking the rest of the day will help. We'll be back on Monday with Mapmaker Monday, where I'll be working on I think we're working on an ice palace at the moment. Snow palace, ice palace. Also, Sunday for me is D&D day, so I will be regaling you with stories from our session if you want to tune in on Monday to hear that. I know a few of you have been following along as we get together, usually once a month, and I give you a recap of my group's D&D sessions. So that will be tomorrow. And then, yes, thank you for the reminder, Atlam. Next Saturday, that is the 20th, so the following stream, the following Dungeon Alchemist map-making show, so June 20th, will be special guest interview with Quentin. Quentin is on our dev team. He's basically, we have 3 or 4 people who I'd consider as part of our dev team, and Quentin is one of them. Carl is our lead dev, and then Wim is our art lead and also part of the dev team. And then Quentin is like one of our junior devs, basically. Quentin's designed a lot of interesting features and aspects of Dungeon Alchemist that you might be familiar with. We'll be discussing those at length during his interview on Saturday. Also discussing some of the things he's working on in the upcoming updates. Hopefully maybe get some teasers. I'll be chatting with him over the next couple days to get some video lined up if we can. Thank you all for tuning in again. I really appreciate you being here while we highlighted these maps, and thank you for being chill while I drop out about a half hour early to take care of my voice. I should be live Monday. I don't think there'll be an issue, though I will be talking a bit tomorrow during D&D, but I'll try and take it easy. Anyway, thank you everyone for being here. Appreciate everyone that submitted a map in the Dam Challenge, everyone that's considering entering a future Dam Challenge. Remember, these challenges are to challenge yourself, not to challenge our community. So it's not a me versus them kind of thing. It's more like, hey, I want to see what I can do and put my work out there. Oh no, we just getting raided. Hey, Raiders, what is up? We were literally just saying goodbye. Oh no. Oh no. Catchy Cantrips, how are we doing? Welcome, welcome. How was your stream? A double raid? Holy cow. Yeah, it looks like we'll probably have to raid someone else. Now I'm trapped. Goodness, no! Yep, you got me. I'll stay for a few more minutes. How was your stream, and welcome, Raiders? Can we get some love from the Damn fam to our new Raiders, please? And Raiders, those are new here, welcome. My name is Mac. I'm the community manager for Dungeon Alchemist. We were just highlighting maps from our bi-weekly map-making contest called the Dam Challenge, which is where we highlight maps that from 2 weeks ago, we picked a theme for the challenge. People spent the last couple weeks making and submitting maps as part of that challenge. So the challenge was theme was prison. Sorry, I was stumbling over my words there. And we had 5 different entries, so we were showcasing all those entries. This here was the winning map. I'm gonna load it up right now. Oh, very cool, very cool. Some world building. We do a bit of world building here in our streams as well, but mostly just to create a narrative around the maps we're designing. I think when you add a little bit of a story to the map as you design it, it helps further drive the narrative later on, even if that stuff isn't always used or utilized. So this map here was the winning map, which actually had some interesting concepts. So it's a sky prison where the cells are like suspended and very exposed to the elements. You don't have a bathroom, as you can imagine. That's just, the grates, the holes in the grate. That's it. Very high security prison. They even have demolition charges if you try to escape. the bridges get destroyed. So, you know, this is a place where someone goes to probably not enjoy themselves. For those wondering, Dungeon Alchemist is a map-making tool for tabletop settings like D&D, Pathfinder, etc. Primarily works in a fantasy aesthetic, though there are many in our community who make maps for Western aesthetics, even cyberpunk and sci-fi through supplementation of assets through our Steam Workshop repository. So our community can import assets into Dungeon Alchemist, custom assets for their maps, and many have imported like thousands of sci-fi and cyberpunk assets. So we're now starting to see maps that kind of divvy into those categories as well. Oh no, that dad joke caught me. But yeah, as you can see, the water below is doesn't look very clean. But this map here is a multi-level map. Has the 4th level tier, which has roofing and some balconies and whatnot, and you can go through each of the levels, either with the widget over here, or using the plus or minus key as a hotkey. When you export the map, these export as individual scenes or layers, basically. So each level is its own scene with its own associated data file. Whether you export it as like an image, it would be a JPEG, or a video, it can be an MP4 or a WebM. And then in addition to the actual file of the, you know, the map, if you're exporting for like a virtual tabletop like Foundry or Roll20, Fantasy Grounds, Above VTT, Owlbear, etc., you can get a data file that exports with the map, and then it provides you with information pertaining to walls, windows, doors, lighting, etc. So it helps create light of sight and other information for your virtual tabletop of choice. Hey, see you later, Cantrip. Thank you for hanging out. Thank you for the raid. Much appreciated. You have a good one. Speaking of which, I was actually just wrapping up the stream. Let me see if there's a raid target that we can hit up. Just gonna see if there's anyone I know. In the Dungeon Alchemist category, not currently anyone streaming. I'm always worried about raiding as a business themed channel and an official channel for a brand, because I never like to raid people I don't really know their content that well. So it always makes me nervous when someone isn't live, or someone is live that I don't know. One moment, let me see if I have someone that we can currently just go check out. So I know there's a few people in our community who stream, you know, in the Dungeons and Dragons channel as well. I'm just checking and see if any of them are live. So hard to tell with these smaller tiles. Huh. Hey, there's one. This person's got a Dungeon Alchemist map. I'm gonna see if they're not 18 plus. I'm actually already following them, so that's a good sign. Okay, let me get this name. Let me set up a raid here. Okay, so I will just fair warning, this person's using Dungeon Alchemist maps, but they are actively playing D&D right now. So you'll be dropping in on them and their players in mid-session. Looks like they're in combat actually right now. Sorry, I have this tab muted, so I can't hear what they're saying at this exact moment. But I will set up the raid, and our raid tag for today is damn raid, like this. I'll type it in chat, so it'll go across all the chats. So use damn raid as your tag when we drop over there. I'm going to start the raid momentarily. You can all join the raid if you wish. And thank you for Catchy Cantrips for that last minute raid. Sorry that we're passing it off, but I do need to wrap up myself. I've got a very sore throat and I need to stop talking. So thank you everyone for being here. I'm going to run a quick Dungeon Alchemist themed ad, and then we're going to end the show with a raid on this streamer playing D&D right now. Sound cool?
You stand before the long, dark road to the fabled realm of Doyak-Ta, and before...
What do we see?
I don't know, a goblin.
I kill him!
But before she does, I, Gilliam of Firth, demand to know the goblin's name.
Hi, my name is Woblin.
Where do you live there, Woblin?
I don't think that's relevant.
Well, but I, Gilliam of Firth, demand to seek the goblin's abode.
Clever, find family, kill entire bloodline. I like it.
Seriously, we're doing this? Okay, well, I won't be needing that anymore, will I?
Ever get caught by your players with your pants down? Dungeon Alchemist lets you create wonderful maps for any encounter in seconds.
Oh, Woblin, that's a very impressive cheese collection you've got there.
Yeah, it is quite impressive, yes. But you know what's more impressive? This map I have
To the fabled realm of Goyak-Ta, please take it and leave, close the door behind you.
Mr. Woblin, I cannot help but notice that you have a secret tunnel underneath your cabinet. Care to explain?
Download Dungeon Alchemist, the AI-powered map maker, on Steam today.
All right, I'm going to set up that raid right now to start. We'll see you all later. Have a good one, fam. Bye. We'll see you next time I give a damn. Mac out.